Hello, and welcome to Business with Smithco. Today we're going to be looking at personal selling. So personal selling is when the salesperson is actually in direct contact with the customer and tries to verbally persuade them to purchase the good or service. So while not all, what I'm saying is that some goods can be, they're not, obviously, they aren't passive income, but they are somewhat passive. So, if someone comes into a shop, they pick up the product, they come to the counter, and they, and then it goes, but obviously there's also things you have to stock it, you have to manage accounts. It's not passive income, but it is, there's a certain amount of things that the customer will do, a certain amount of stuff. But personal selling is a message that you increase sales really because the salesperson is in direct contact with the customer. So this could be online or, in person. So you could have someone like a car dealership, or you could have someone, online, just in like a chat box or something like that. Anyway, so it follows a couple of things. First of all, you have persuasion. So persuasion is when salespeople can get a customer to buy add-ons or additional features or extra features that will obviously cost more than the original product. This will mean that they will spend more money than they would originally have planned, and the salesperson might be able to upsell and get customers to buy more expensive models than they planned to do beforehand. This will be done by highlighting the features and additional things they would get with it. If you view other videos, you'll be more educated and you'll have more content to look at. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel and view other videos. Does it seem like it's working? Well, that's why it's a job, I guess. It's a full-time job. Then you have information. A customer might put off purchasing a good if they don't know enough about it. Because if you don't know what you're buying, then, if you don't know what you're buying, you see that sometimes people buy things online and it's not, it's within the law, so it's not breaking the law about advertising, but it is still a little bit vague when it comes to its description. Sometimes it might have photographs that are leading, but then it'll be like, oh no. In our description at the bottom of the page, we said all the details, and that was, see this little thing there? That was right there. And so it can be a little bit vague and it can be a little bit leading, but obviously sometimes that'll be a good thing. The business is actually just trying to trick people. Other times that's just the business is unfortunately, they didn't envisage that would be a problem, and sometimes information can be an issue at that front. So, a salesperson could educate the customer so that they can have a better choice, resulting in a more satisfied customer, which can help to repeat business and customer loyalty. It's these videos are very, very, very easily available. All you have to do is just go to YouTube and then look up our YouTube channel, then click the YouTube channel, and then just scroll to the videos until you find one of these. You can educate yourself on a number of different things: history, business, home economics, all sorts of things. So yeah, that's right. You can go ahead, You're informed now. This is another example. Very bad example. I think I'm going to stop. Anyway, get back. So basically, the next thing you have is sales conversion. So a salesperson can often persuade a customer into a purchase that the customer wouldn't have gotten without them intervening. So this would be even if the customer was only browsing. So a customer can feel that they owe a salesperson who has given them time, care, and attention. This will increase total sales. Would you like to subscribe to your channel? Do you feel like you owe me something? Well, subscribe. I mean, you don't owe me anything. You don't actually owe any YouTuber really anything because, by definition of the videos being free, that sort of, the lack of advertisements would lead the person to say it's free, so you don't actually own. I mean, technically you could say morally you owe because of the fact that the video might be the similarities to, something you pay for. But then, there's lots of things there which can affect the whole mental stage. Of course, customers might go, well, I don't feel like I owe you anything, and that's fine. And although that can be an effective method when, you're dealing with these things. Sometimes, you will buy products you don't want. I mean, subscribing, it means you can just click the bells off, and then you won't get any notifications. You'll just be helping. No, that is the same kind of tactic you're using there. The kind of persuasion, like, oh yes, you can help me out. You feel like you owe something. That's a tactic that's used, but it isn't a very. I mean, you could argue it is a very good one. I mean, it's oftentimes effective, but if you don't if you don't think that, then yeah, that's fine. Something that can be better. Anyway, so there are also some challenges, of course, with personal selling. So staff training. Well-trained staff capable of working out how much different customers are willing to spend so that they can actually sell products that best suits each customer's budget and requirements are necessary. Now, while you may find staff which are they're just naturally kind of gifted when it comes to this, some staff, actually most staff, will need to be trained so they're not too pushy or aggressive, so the customers will actually return to the shop in future, or in fact won't just go, if you're having conversations, someone's like, buy my product, buy it, buy the product. Some people are going to be like, fuck you, I'm not going to buy your product. No, I'm going to stop actually even considering buying your product, and I'm going to go now. Because you don't really want to be met with aggression. Ever. When you're the one who's, if you're offering to do something for someone and they're meeting you with aggression, it's like, well, I mean, I'm saying to you, I'm going to buy your product for this money. Maybe. Not necessarily. And then when I say, I don't know about that though. It's a bit expensive. And then you become aggressive. That's obviously not something which you want. Or pushy. Pushiness just kind of annoys people as well. And you don't want to annoy the customer. When your whole basis is make the customer happy so they buy the product. Because in a way, I guess you could say you are tricking the customer. But that's obviously, customers may not like that, so just if you are a customer, be aware, this is what businesses will do. Not all businesses. Some businesses will be, more honest, some businesses will need to do this. All sorts of different things, businesses vary all the time. Next, you have staff costs. Now, it will be more expensive if more staff are needed on the shop floor than are currently available, so they can actually interact with customers as they shop. By the shop floor as well as online. Oftentimes a commission-based system is very useful to incentivize salespersons to try harder to make sales, especially as, some companies this will be legal, whereby you can go, oh no, you only had 40 sales this week. That's not good enough. I mean, you still spent all of those hours. Work-wise, you still put in the hours, but you see, it doesn't really work like that. That's not really how you want to do things. But if you have a commission-based system and you get rid of that sort of system where it's like, oh, you didn't put enough sales, you're fired. Because some countries won't allow that. Some countries that will be illegal to do maybe able to do it, but then the person can appeal it, and you can be in serious trouble. Because if you are in the wrong country, then that can be a bit of a dodgy system to do, because it looks bad. Because it's one thing to say, oh, no, you won't be getting that extra money. But that's the point, that's extra money. That's why commission systems are. They incentivize salespersons to try and work harder to make more sales, because they maybe, give them paid a percentage of each sale. Or if not paid percentage, paid, just for every sale they drive. So, next you have ruining the shopping experience. So a lot of the time customers like to browse and window shop. If they're put under pressure or are constantly interrupted by salespeople, they may not enjoy shopping in that shop, and they may not return to it in the future, as they would prefer to be left alone as they make their own decision. Because if you're somebody who like, they're not, you know, you can make up your own mind. You're not spoiled for choice, in your opinion. And you might need 10, 20 minutes, whatever the case may be, but you'll get there. But if you have someone, a salesperson coming up and saying, oh, would you like to buy this? Would you like to buy that? Yeah, and this. Then, you know, the customer may not react very well. Or, of course, they might react very well. You know, they might require assistance, and then that's the sort of flip side you have there, which is important to balance out the sort of thing, because you never know a customer, you know. Anyway, next you have a little thing called the impact of changing ICT on promotional techniques. And that's what we'll be talking about in the next video. So do please join us then. Hopefully you will subscribe to the YouTube channel. I know that, you know, a few references to that. You know, I don't, those things are kind of like, you know, they're like, I wasn't intentionally saying, you know, subscribe to the channel. But if you do, that is helpful. And so is viewing other videos or in the next video as well. So if not, and you don't want to view other videos and you won't become up for the next one, well, I guess then enjoy the rest of your existence and bye forever then, I guess. Bye.